Hey, what's up guys, Chevelle here, and today we are doing something new. This is my first plus 20 in the entirety of Shadowlands, I think, at least in season 2. And we're gonna try something new. We're gonna do a voiceover. So what I'm gonna be trying is going through my thoughts that I don't do as much on stream. When we're indies, I try to concentrate a little bit more. I actually have to try. So I can't really, I suck at telling you what I'm thinking and why we're doing things. Questions in chat kind of go past me sometimes in these. I think I can make up for that by doing this, letting you know the thoughts here. We're doing a 20 halls, very basic pulls actually. This is why the timer we have on this is always very close. Basically, we're generally like maybe a minute off of depleting, because we play basic bitch roots. We play what we play in chat with the viewer keys. Oh, panic shroud. I think I ate a frontal and panicked or something happened there, and I pressed the wrong button. Good job, Chev. Fucking professional rogue. Yeah, we're doing this voiceover. One go, by the way. Full 30 something minutes it is. I'm just gonna we're just gonna soldier through it. There'll be some hiccups, there'll be mistakes, there'll be a lot of fucking ums and uhs and ahs, because I already don't know what to talk about. But we just go, right? So first plus 20. This is Rolf's first high key on his druid this season, at least. Just this week he decided maybe I should play guardian druid over protection pala. This is us trying that. We were supposed to do some 18s, ended up plus 2 and 1 and went, let's try the 20. How bad could it be? Well, this is how bad it can be. This is the result of that. Now, as for the key, as for the thoughts, very important here, actually. I need to slam the brakes on the random chatter. That gargoyle in the back, the Stoneborn. A lot of you in keys pull that with this pull. You'll have your Ventier control it. Use it in this pull. Stop it. Stop that. Use it on the shard. That Stoneborn does very high single target damage, and it gives a buff that reduces your AoE damage taken. It is so good on the shard. Use it on that to help your healer. The shards are a pain, trust me. They're not fun to heal. You pop all your cooldowns early on that first pull. You won't really have that much on the shard generally. The Stoneborn is a big help. Now, what just happened here is, well, the first pull was like 3-4 packs, standard pull that we do. After that, we pull one above the stairs on the left, the pack in front of us, and the 4 smallies on the right. What happened here is the patrol came in late. We should have pulled that sooner, but because it came in late, we just had kind of run out of steam. The dog stayed up a bit too long. As you can see here, they're still up. And the tank just flopped to the bleed, really. The healer had to sweat a bit much. We put a lot of pressure on him. So it wasn't a full wipe, but it was a hiccup, right? But you can get away with that in 20s. You can have hiccups. So I asked my tank here, please pull that with you. I'll control it before we go. Here's that. We just take it and we go in. Very simple pack. As most of the trash before first boss or even before second goes. A couple of very important things. Wicked bolts. They got nerfed this reset. The reset this key was done in. They went from 1.5 second casts to 2 second casts. So you have to make sure you kick those. Make sure we try and kick as many of those as we can. And the curse that we just saw for half a second there. We either kick it or we dispel it. We always have a mage, and right now we'll always have a druid. We have the dispels. Make sure you dispel those. They hurt. If they're on melee, they have to run out. It's a DPS loss. It's not, none of it is ideal. Just that one dispel, that one global, perfect. Even if you're a DPS, please do help with dispels. Pay attention to that. And then last but not least is the Siphon Life cast. That is that's a healer problem. You cannot kick that cast, but you can dispel it. So the healer sees that go up. That's why he has to save his dispel. He needs to dispel Siphon Life at all times. Otherwise, if you have that, you'll just die. What we do here after this pull is we pull the 4 small guys into the Tormentor. This is the healing reduction one, yes. So all the tormentors give a debuff. This guy gives a healing reduction by a flat 50%. So the healer is going to be struggling. A little thing you might have seen there. I call from the start. I call this guy Stacky Spready Boy on stream because you stack for the fear. As he does the fear, if you're stacked, you don't get feared. You're safe. Right after the fear, he does a charge, and the charge throws a little circle around you. You see it there right now. You move out with that. But what you can do as a rogue is mid-charge, you can vanish, and it just won't go out. He'll just go into a fear again next. Hunters can feign it. I don't know what other classes can do. But it's a very nifty little trick to know. Other than that, we pull the 4 small mobs to funnel damage. I think that is for the Arcane Mage and me here in this case. I can AoE to build combo points. And then if you paid attention to the bottom right above the DPS meter during that, you see me not using black powder to AoE with that. You see me AoE and then funnel the combo points into an eviscerate to actually prioritize single target on the tormentor to make it go down quicker. It went down a little bit too slow. There was a lot of strain on the healer. Our tank ended up flopping there, but you know, small things. Again, small hiccups in a 20. Not really a big deal. We can deal with that. It's fine. We just popped everything there though. If you look at the cooldowns on the healer too, he has got maybe, well, he has Bob. Doesn't really have anything. The hunter has CDs for AoE. I have some. The mage has got a couple. We're going to pull semi-big here, but not the shard. So everything but the shard comes in here. We make sure to kick bolts, group things up, try and lock it down as much as we can, and then just spam AoE. Just zerg it down. Everybody has their cooldowns up. You see the cursors are being dispelled. You can see on the party frames. Very simple pull. Again, just like before, there is a... The wicked bolts are in there. The curses are in there. So kicks, dispels, and then for the healer there is, I believe, a siphon life in here. We just make sure that all gets dealt with, and it's a very simple pull then. Now next we looking at the healer cooldown, seeing what he has. Not much, but it's only a shard with this guy. It'll be maybe a little bit rough. The hunter and the healer in this group are actually pugged. The mage and the druid, I play with them in the push group. We've been playing together for a couple of years now. We know each other in and out. We are pretty accustomed to each other. We aren't sure about the Shaman and what he can handle, and same for the hunter. We're not sure what kind of boat we're in with him. So we just try and take it easy on them as well. The Shaman looked like he was sweating, hence us pulling the shard alone with just the one mob. Trying to get our interrupts right. Trying to just really for a change, trying to not bully the healer, as we all love doing. I think I even throw in feints on Thrash here. As you really should, as a feint is so underrated. I feel like it's such a good ability. Low cooldown and then a 40-50% damage taken decrease on AoE. Oh, we try and line of sight it here. Didn't really go as well as I thought it would. I'm pretty sure you could line of sight that AoE, but apparently not there because I kept taking damage. We did just pop everything though, so we're gonna go down now with low cooldowns. There's not really a big pull we want to do, so we just pull the tormentor, distract the pack, so it takes more time for it to walk into us later. And we just play this guy, and this guy, his thing, just like I was talking about the debuffs they give. The first one gave the 50% healing reduction. This one gives a 50% damage taken increase on all physical damage for everybody. So if we pull Trash in with this, we need to have cooldown. It's definitely doable, but you need to have cooldowns. We don't, so we just take him alone. It's a little bit sad. It's not ideal. But again, this route, not very optimized. We were just kind of trying things and seeing how it felt. Cheeky little distract on the patrol again. Make sure that doesn't come in too early. I'm pretty sure after this we do a big pull because we'll have things coming up. You don't really pop everything on a single mob. This one isn't super scary or anything. I think we'll pull most of the garden here. Probably a pack or like 3-4. And just try and mass AoE it down. Let's see what happens. We pulled a Stoneborn. I guess we pull that because we're going to be doing the shard about like alone again. So in that case, we'll just pull it here. There's no really scary pull coming in with the shard. The healer can handle it. We'll just use on this, right? Trying to get the obliterator in the back in a second. I hope we should be interrupting that, but we're not. Oh, I noticed. There we go. Kick it. It doesn't come in because it's a dickhead. So yeah, it dies a little bit late. Overall, relatively clean pull. Good damage on the mage and the hunter there. I'm actually fucking fighting a guardian druid. Feels bad. Maybe it's time to retire the rogue. Looks like we're gonna pull that patrol. Yeah, someone was too close. Pulling the patrol behind us. Cheeky little ninja pull. Definitely not the cleanest run we've ever had, but it's manageable, right? So now we're gonna clean up the mess we made. I make sure to stun all the things because Rolf had a lot of blades. Rolf being the guardian druid, for anyone that is watching and doesn't know. I make sure to stun those so he can get rid of his blade and actually keep on tanking. Kill the Houndmaster and control. I'm sitting on that just so I can stun the enrage on the dogs. I want to make sure that our tank doesn't eat shit. That's a little binding shot. I'm eating the frontal and the Houndmaster because I'm not great. Cool. Yeah. This is the downside, right? This is why it's not ideal. We popped everything on the big pull. Kind of out of steam now. And here we are with a patrol that got pulled again because someone was in a bad position. You want to be very careful with that. Positioning is half of the game, guys. Make sure you are aware of your surroundings. If you were further into that garden there with the tank and me, for example, you won't really have that issue. You won't really pull that patrol. We could have sheeped it there. We could have done a lot of things, but that didn't have to get pulled. Waiting for the tank to be on the same page, it looks like, and then we're gonna pull double here. What you can do in this pull is pull in the 4 small ones very close. Also, if your root 10% allows for it, you pull that in and you use them to funnel again. So I, as a rogue, I can funnel my combo points into the shard. A couple other classes can funnel as well. I think Arcane Mage, but I don't know how. Few classes benefit from this. Ellie Shami is an example that I do know. You will get more Maelstrom if you chain lightning, and that means just more earthquakes, more earth shocks, just more damage overall. Is also into a priority target. So at least those 2 classes will benefit from it, and those I know how. This is gonna go down relatively quick. We leave the 4 alone because didn't need it for our root, I guess, for our percent. The play here is with our root and with most here, especially if you have a rogue. After you kill first boss, you want to shroud to the next boss. So you go boss 1, shroud boss 2. That means you need to get roughly 80% before going up, and that's what we're making sure to do here. So pulling in a little bit of extra trash. I think this puts us exactly on about 79-80, the place we need to be at. And then we're gonna pull the boss. We're gonna grab a double Stoneborn, I imagine, and we're gonna blast it and then shroud the second boss. Looks like, yeah, we do use some cooldowns on this. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, really. So blasting this trash, making sure it goes down. Again, if this trash, there's dogs in there. If it stays up too long, your tank is not going to be happy. And, you know, you be nice to your tanks and healers. I know doing high damage is fucking fun. I love it too, but you can't do high damage if your tank is constantly afraid for his life. We end up resing here. I think man is halfway to res. Yeah, I move forward now. I think I should. Hello? Nope. I mean, why am I eating? I should have moved forward and just went and pulled the Stoneborn. Anyway, we are going to grab the... Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're going to grab the 2 Stoneborns. You could take both of them. This is also something... See, this is one of the things I won't generally talk about. I assume everybody knows this, and I don't know why. It's just so normal to us, to me. If you spam the button here, you see me spamming it. Bam, it'll just recast before you can't, because you shouldn't be able to do this. But you just spam it, bam, you can get 2. You cannot get free though. So don't worry about trying to get free. Unless that has become a bug because of spaghetti code, you cannot get free of them. We've tried. Anyway, we grabbed 2. The only noteworthy thing here is, as you can see, we have lost up. And we're not using it. This is a conscious choice. Because the first boss in Halls, even on boss week, is a glorified target dummy. He is so easy. It's such a simple fight. There's nothing really to be afraid of. Just dodge beams forehead, right? So you dodge the beams a little bit. You just damage. You have the 2 Stoneborns to make up for the damage that you don't have because you're holding Lust. The second boss is where you, in my or our opinion, the second boss is where you want that Lust more. This is more important, I find, on a boss week. On trash week, I think you can happily just plus bigger trash pools. But this being a boss week, we will hold on the first boss and we'll try and just hold our Lust for second, where we will actually need it, because it's a little bit more scary for the healer there. Not as much for the rest of us, I suppose. Anyway, just yeah, chilling, moving on with the fight. Nothing to say here, honestly. Just a glorified target dummy. This boss is a total joke. There's not a lot of damage going out. The only thing is the tank has to watch out for positioning. It's the only thing. If the tank pulls away from the pools properly, or can even stack a couple of them, because if you get the slam on you, you have like a second. You can walk into the glass shards as a tank and just stack them a little bit, right? Save yourself space. Like, man could pedal back into the glass and just put them on top of each other here. But that's it. Like, even when he doesn't, we're not in trouble or short on space. We cleared the entirety of the right side there that we're going to. We've not even used up the entirety of the middle area. Very easy fight. Just DPS forehead. Like, honestly, you guys have done this fight. I think there's nothing really like I said, just tank movement, I suppose. Make sure you're on this percent we're at. Was it 79.85? Make sure to be on that if you're going to Shroud. We're gonna do that now. I distract the big guy just to be safe. We're instantly gonna go. Man's gonna run to the door. We're gonna pop Lust and we're just gonna start blasting. This fight has one thing I would like to note. I think it's only one. He will throw out the Curse of Stone. Now, Curse of Stone will, after a few seconds, freeze you. If you get that, generally you'll have 1 or 2 people that can dispel curses. In our group here, we have Shaman, Mage, Druid, so we have 3. In this case, I'd say the Mage dispels himself. The healer could dispel himself, and the tank always dispels whoever gets the circle on them. That gives that person a chance to jump out and not take any damage, thus making the healer's life a lot easier again. Because if you take that jump and you get hit, it leaves a nasty dot. It does a lot of pain. It's not fun for anyone. So as you'll see here, the circle is on the tank. He's gonna get... Yeah, he dispelled himself, it looks like. Is he gonna get... No, he didn't eat... Yeah, he did eat the jump. He tried to walk out. You cannot walk out of that. You need to use a mobility to get out. So I, as a rogue, as a Ventier rogue, I can shadow step someone. But I can also just, if I time the Ventier ability correctly, I could be out as the boss is up in the air by just Ventier teleporting. I think that happens in this fight. Who does it jump here? It jumps the tank again, so I make sure to be out of the circle. I got dispelled. But I just make sure to not take any damage. I know we're gonna be okay if I just play it safe here. Which, for my first 20, I felt like was the play here. Just stay safe. Stay safe. Try and help the group, right? Try and be a team player. Ads coming in, try and grab the interrupts, try and stack them up. We do big AoE here. Curse coming out now, I think. Yeah, there it is. On the Hunter Turtles. Doesn't get dispelled though. That's a little bit sad. Oh, no, oh, I hope you guys caught that. So what happened there? I didn't get dispelled, but since I'm an orc rogue, I have stun duration reduction, basically. So if I get stunned, I'm stunned for less time. As an orc, you have just enough time to waddle out if you're on the edge, or in my case, I could even shadow step out. As I get out of the stun, I just need to react fast. You have like maybe 0.2 seconds, I think. Oh, here it's on me. We are gonna vent here, right? Yeah, vent here. Look at that. See, he's in the air. Bam, out. You have to time that a little bit with his cast bar, though. It can be rough. Anyway, yeah, clean fight. Not much to say about this one, really. Try to interrupt the ads, try to get him grouped up, dispel the person that has the circle, and just stay away from where the ads are left dead, right? There's not much there. If you want, there is a chance, if the timing is right, that you could pull a Stoneborn up here, but it's a lot of hassle. We don't do it because it's such a hassle. Third Tormentor is Fire Guy this week. His buff or debuff is taking fire damage on the group and for the entire time of him being alive. Pretty easy to deal with. He does throw out a debuff given increased damage taken to fire.
Avoid. Interrupt.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
One annoying bit is this is like one of the hardest pulls in the dungeon, I feel like, just because the double enrage cast. You have to make sure you stun the Houndmasters when they cast the enrage. You have to stay out of the frontal, which, as you can see here, I'm not very good at. And besides that, just do enough damage so the tank doesn't take too many bleeds from the dogs here, so he doesn't really have to run. As you can see here, one of the enrages came out. We didn't stun one of them. I think I try and shiv one off the tank and soothe one. The hunter could soothe one too. Don't know if that happens. Oh, that one died and the other two are suited, so we're good, but it wasn't great play. We're just damage horn a little bit there, I guess. Next pull is us pulling into this room. There have been strategies where people skip that room entirely. We haven't tried that yet, actually. Like I said, we do a very basic route still. The route we do in viewer carries on stream is the one we pretty much do with our push group here. And it needs optimizing. We need to pull bigger. We need to find proper skips and stuff. But for now, I mean, if you can do okay on a 20, this key has felt very okay to us. If you could do that, I mean, it's all right, yeah? I'm very happy personally, just getting a 20. After this, we're gonna go into the last Tormentor, the last one being the Ice Guy. We're gonna... I think that's the one nifty little thing we do. We're skipping that. So we're pulling the 2 Stoneborns to the boss. And we're skipping the Ice Guy. Now, a lot of you might not have skipped these yet, so you might not know what that does. But if you skip one of the Tormentors, the debuff they give will be on the last boss fight. So if you skip the Ice Guy like we are going to be slowed by 50% for the entirety of that fight. Alright, so we skip him, we take the 2 Stoneborns to take control. We don't have Lust because we used it on second. We should have it on last again. But again, 2 Stoneborns on the boss fight, so instead of Lust we have that, and we just blast. The only trick for this fight is legit is the Stoneborns that I can think of. Making sure you grab a double Stoneborn by spamming the button. And then just a very straightforward fight. Other than that, dodge the swirlies on the ground. Kick the volleys and kite the ghosts into the pillars. And that's you. I think if you want to optimize, you stack a little bit, maybe the range in the tank. The tank could keep the boss a bit closer to the range stack and close to the active anima containers on the sides, the pillars. Just so that the ghost doesn't go around for too long. But other than that, total joke of a fight. Just very easy. See, now, because we're far away from it, it's not ideal. I have to walk away. I lose DPS. The group takes more damage than necessary. I feel like it's the only thing we can improve there. I'd like to take this fight as nothing really going on. So let me take the time really quick. For anyone that is watching this on YouTube, first of all, thank you so much for watching. I stream on Twitch 5 nights a week. I would love it if you guys could come in and say hi. I do viewer keys 4 nights a week, and I do a viewer raid 1 night a week, and we are all about building a little community in Warcraft that has some positivity going in it. The group finder hasn't been that great. The group finder has been a little bit sad, actually. There's a lot of leaving and raging and flaming. It's not what this game should be about. We're trying to go back to what we think this game should be about, which is having fun, playing together, creating a, you know, outside. You play the game to have fun, and you're not playing it to have someone flame you for not knowing something, so, or being badly geared or making a mistake. Mistakes happen even in this run. You see us making so many. Check out our community. We're on twitch.tv/ChevelleTV and discord.gg/ChevelleTV. Come and say hi. Join our looking for group in Discord. Set up keys together without having to deal with the flaming of LFG. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, so back to the key. We have beat up the boss. We're back in the last room. There's a couple of nifty things you can do here, none of which we do because we're basic bitches. You can all pick the Dagger of Necrotic Wounding as a power, reducing the healing on this final little mini boss. And that way you can just nuke him. Another option is just, even without that, some groups have nuked him, but just they pop Lust here and just nuke him. Most of the special strategies are, they all revolve around just killing this guy and ignoring the ads. We play very basic. We all kind of pick a side. We AoE the ads down. We try and prioritize those. And then just focus the mini boss. Turns out our little skip on the Frost guy, it was a conscious choice there. It wasn't really pre-planned. We were going to play him, I think. But when we looked at the timer, we felt it necessary. We skip him. Turns out that was a very good choice. Or it looks like we'll have 3.5 minutes or so on the final boss, maybe 3. Which on a +20 in a boss week is going to be very tight. I think if I were to unmute the audio of the group here, there would be a lot of clenched buttholes. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna see we have everything available. Every cooldown is there. Lust is there. Pots are off cooldown. We're just gonna go and blast it. 3.5 minutes. Here we go. The only thing we have to watch out for is the Frost debuff. We are slowed constantly. Of course, Chev starts the fight off, proccing his cheat death. Because, you know, I'm just good like that. I don't need no cheat death. Take it away from me. Who plays with this? Clearly a conscious decision to lose that. Just because I like living on the edge and not because I'm a bad gamer at all. Yeah, again, a relatively simple fight. You dodge the statues at 40 and 70%. We go into a phase where he pulls all the statues in. And lines go from the boss to each statue. The only nifty thing we can do here, the only little trick I can tell you about, that I know about, is the soaking. So if you watch here, we move into the boss hitbox, me and the tank. The tank is on the other side. If you're close enough, you soak 2 beams at once, but you only take the damage of 1. So it's always worth doing this. I kind of hoped the Shaman would link here, because I didn't have cloak. I was gonna take a lot of damage. He didn't link. For the next one, I should have cloak. It's a little bit scary without the link and without cooldowns, but it worked out, and we did have CRs available, I suppose, so we would have been okay. yeah, that just, you know, your range DPS could just stay out now. They could just keep blasting. They don't have to worry. The healer doesn't have to worry. It is really not ideal if the healer has to soak. So that's one thing you want to always avoid. And this way you make that so much easier. If you have a class with an immunity and your tank soak, that is just... It becomes a non-issue, honestly. The Shaman nearly fucking ate shit there. Oh, he was so close to dying. This key is so tight. Look at this. We're so close.
Avoid.
Have we got, what have we got coming off? Cooldown in a minute? Not much, really, do we? Nah. I'm just popping dance after dance. The hunter has something coming up in a minute. I think it's only double tap, though. Oh, not even. Oh, no, that's Danny. It's not the hunter. The mage had something come up. I don't know what that is, actually. I haven't played Arcane. We're popping all our stuff on CD. Here we go. We have a couple of seconds.
Feel the weight of your sins.
Boss is in boss, so he dies so slow. This is so tight. You have no idea how hard we were clenched. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about this kind of commentary. If there are things that I missed that you feel like you want to know, just ask me here. Ask me in the Discord. The Discord, we have a lot of people answering questions, and just, yeah, come and say hi on twitch.tv/ChevelleTV or discord.gg/ChevelleTV. Drop me a comment. Please like the video and throw a subscribe my way if you enjoyed it. And I will try to keep doing my best to provide you with the best content I can. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.
Your pride undoes you. You have proven that none of the weapons in Chevelle's arsenal can best you.